Gyepi morning, my citizen bands, Gyepi day, Gyepi evening, Gyepi night, whatever Gyepi, it may be working better for you. It's Gyepi. As of yesterday, I did not manage to stream in the end because I had some errands to do and I was still outside and not home, so I did not manage to do it on time. Otherwise, I would have streamed it way too late for my own and for you, cinnamon buns, so I prefer to postpone it to this morning. So, yeah. A little update coming to my health. It is doing a bit better now that I'm taking the allergy medications. Also, I'm sleeping way better. This was the main reason why I did not stream for like a whole week as of recently when that happened. Because I wasn't able to catch sleep like at all at some point. I basically managed to solve it with no medications at all, just melatonin, and it is doing so many wonderful works. Meow, 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 meow. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, I'm managing to sleep properly. I am not feeling tired, finally. It did some wonderful work for my own sleep schedule, and I'm quite satisfied with it. Also, my new Hammy is still like reluctant towards interacting with me. Of course, I am not touching her because I have to leave her be for a while to be able to familiarize with the new house of hers, with enclosure, with her stuff. But like, she's very curious. She's not even shy, like maybe, I don't know what is the right term, but she's like not willing to interact both because she's slightly scared and because she doesn't want to. She wants to do her own thing on her own. But at times she just comes up close to the border of the enclosure, like it got a transparent plexiglass wall so she can see me as little as the Hammies can see. That is, yeah, and she does get up on the lower paws and looks at me, so she's not really that afraid. I love her for that, she's amazing. Also, first day here, she did not want to eat, of course, because all was strange to her, and I gave her a little treat in her paws. She took it and started munching. She's so cute. Yeah, also these days, it's a bit difficult. I'm trying to work on the assets I need to commission, but still that huge bill is not helping at all. So I managed to commission back then some alerts. The same as the follow alert I already got set up here, so from the same artist, for their Live 2D debut of my actual Live 2D model of this concept. And yeah, I at least did schedule what I will have to commission and all that. Also, I would have to make a tiny bit of coins, fox coins, by selling off all of my manga. I am currently selling off all my manga collection because I both would need some money and I'm totally fine with it because I decided to switch to purchasing English language manga and light novels, so I'm selling off all I had in the local language, as I want to Englishify my library. Englishify. So yeah, that's it for my plans so far, and I'm trying to grind with the streams, so all is going pretty well, I believe. I'm very satisfied with how it's going. And in case it would happen, as this week is pretty packed for me, that I do cancel any streams, I will still catch up in the next morning, because I don't want to lose any of the streams this week with you. I know I'm quite pushing with the grinding, but I think I can do it. Ow, Chaser emotes. Chaser is great. So, let's switch to the game, shall we? It's Fine Love or Die trying once again. Okay. Okay, the game is not here. Once again, the game is not here. Come on, game, show up. Show up. Okay, there it is. Magic words has been spelled. So please let me know if the audio of the game volume is fine. Coming to the contrast of the volume of my voice, because I try to lower the gain of my microphone in order that it will be like less amplified but still like sound pretty clearly. So I hope you can hear me well, because I noticed it was like not that amplified, but more like almost resembled the echo, you see, my voice when I was talking. So I tried to lower the gain in hope it sounded more like in a quality way. Yes. So okay, we're gonna see if we manage to fail once again at this game, if the timeline resets, or if we manage to go on an actual wedding, or maybe get killed. Yeah, maybe lower the game a little bit. Oh yeah. Okay. How about now? Does it work well, or should I lower more? Yeah, good. Thank you kindly. Okay. Let's go play our game. I knocked on the door to the games room. Gamer girl. Hey Gyepi, what's up? I thought I'd check in and see how you're doing with your game. Let me show you what I'm working on then. She almost killed us last time, as she found a console that was not supposed to be found, and we ended up being stuck in the game, kinda like virtual reality, but we were like transported in that game. And the conductor of the show, as we are finding ourselves in this show where we can get killed if we don't manage to go on a wedding with one of the girls, if our proposal won't get accepted. So like the one that was managing the wall scenarios here at the live show mentioned that console has to not be touched, because if we were to spend too much time inside of that game being teletransported there, our brains would have melted. And yeah, Tara here did not want to exit the game with solely that reason, you see, because she wanted us to make advances towards her, so that took priority. She even transformed us into pigeons, so it was like hateful boyfriend outcome sorta. Okay, let me show you what I'm working on then. Tara handed me her game device. Not all the art's ready yet, but I'm hoping it'll be done soon. It's a farming game. I had to ditch the pigeon eating idea after, well, finding out it was already done. Haha, so she managed to find it out. That's really a shame for the whole world, really. But in this game you get to live in a village out in the country, make friends, raise crops and Animal Crossing. Decimate all the invaders with your giant mecha pigeon death machine. What? And there's 1 million possible weapon combinations, and that sounds different. Yeah. Wow, that sounds different with particular, yeah. I don't know what to expect, but I'd love to play it. I'm curious, how come you decided to make a farming game? Good question. Please wait a second. I have to do something in the settings. Okay. Always goodie. Good question. They've just got a special place in my heart. I used to just play this morning till night, every day. You can probably tell, I'm not really a go out and party kind of person. You're the kind of person that will be willing to date a person who'll stay awake all night and play games with you, I suppose. To be honest, I don't know enough people to go to parties anyway, but whatever. Sometimes it's more fun to just do your own thing. Hey, it's your choice on how you spend your time. Since I want to go for Scarlet, I think, this time, I'm gonna pick the second one. Instead of encouraging her, I'm gonna be a little bit more distant. Hey, it's your life, it's your choice on how you spend your time. Just do what you want, you know? That's pretty much how I feel about it. Enough talk, try playing it. I want to see how you feel about it. Alright, here we go. The title screen displayed with a click. Star Blue Valley. I was a mecha pilot who got tired of life in the mecha corps and decided to move out to the country to become a farmer. I was a pretty good one at that. Every season I'd learn to plant, water and harvest new kinds of crops. Tara would give me advice for farming in every season. Her face was so close to mine. She'd watch my every move with a pensive expression. Farming and fishing felt great, but fishing was almost impossible to do at first. The mecha parts of the game felt incredible. You could even get to know the villagers and have relationships with them too. There was just one thing that was a bit weird. First, wow, what you have so far is incredible, Tara. You think so? Yeah, really. It's incredible. I never thought you could combine farming and being a mecha pilot in the same game, but you did it just fine. Thanks, Gyepi, that's nice of you to say. There's just one thing I think that was a little off. What's that? Any feedback would be great. I felt like the relationships with the townspeople were a little weird. The dating aspects didn't really feel right. Oh, I knew you'd notice that. It's kind of embarrassing, but I have no experience in dating, is that so? I've never actually dated before, there we go. So I have no idea what it's really like. And to be honest, I've never really had a real friend either. Oh, a loner, aren't we? Were you also bullied at school, I wonder? My sweet outcast. If it's not too much to ask, her voice suddenly reduced to a whisper. Maybe you and I could be friends. Ooh! I'd be honored to be your friend. That said, please don't trap me in a video game again. Oh my, but that was a special kind of treatment reserved to people she was interested in purely. Sorry, what? Anyway, watching you play gave me some ideas. Want to help me with testing them? Sure, I'll be happy to help however I can. We both suggest ideas should implement it, and we test it together and repeat. It just kept getting better and better. Tara's smile and enthusiasm was contagious. I couldn't help but be excited for her and in awe of her drive. We spent the rest of the day working on her game, but it only felt like minutes. I'm just glad it wasn't another virtual reality game. I'm feeling a little bit of the late night munchies. Guess I go head downstairs. Oh no. Eating during night, no. Cat? Yeah. Oh, hey Gyepi, I was just about to go up to check in on you. So this is the conductor of the live show. Hey there, Cat, what's up? There were some fancy desserts here from last week, but I can't find them anymore. Oopsie! I may have eaten them. Guess I take that out of the Brothers Five's paychecks. Oh no, oops! How do you know it was them? They're like clockwork. This was the Brothers Five, no doubt about it. Only made direct eye contact with me, then hightailed it out. Oh no, Ellie. Anyway, I've been meaning to talk with you. What's up? How'd your date with Tara go today? Awesome. I wanna pick the because I wanna go for Scarlet. Okay, it was alright, I guess. Oh really, that's too bad. Tara said in an interview after your date that she thought you two really connected. Well, it doesn't matter, the audience thinks you did, and that'll keep you alive. Also, I'll apologize for the little errors during my read, but as I mentioned it, I have a lens of my glasses to be scratched, so I have to redo the lenses to make them fixed of my glasses, and I am not wearing them right now, so at times, as I see slightly blurry, it might be a bit difficult to read properly all the time. Also, I had to postpone that thing being done, because hey, as I mentioned it, the bill of gas. Okay, I guess so. Wow, that should be enough footage for today. Thanks, Gyepi. You'll be happy to know that phase 2 of the plan was a smashing success. That's great to hear. No kidding, the Love Square. It's got viewers on the edge of their seats. You've actually broken the record for ratings on a killer dating game show. It's not as niche as it sounds. Do I get a plaque for that? This has got to count for something, somewhere. No, you only won't get killed, so you have to have it enough as that. We don't have it printed yet, but I prepared your tombstone in advance. If you're looking for a souvenir. What the hell? I thought she would mention that we won't get killed, but this is quite the opposite. Okay, I'm laughing at inappropriate types of humor, but it's totally fine. Thanks for the vote of confidence, cat. It'd never be said that I am anything but supportive. Anyway, we're on to phase 3. It's pretty much the same as phase 2, except with third dates this time. And one cave eat. What's that, cat? I'm sure I've got a favorite in mind between the 3 girls you're dating now, Scarlett. The craziest one so far, but she also... But why do I keep stating he instead of she today? What is wrong with my brain cell? I don't know, everyone is a he in this game. Are they like guys in disguise? Anime boys? No, they're not. So she's like the craziest one, but at the same time, she seems to be the smartest one. So I'm very interested in Scarlett. She's like very dangerous as a date, but also quite like challenging. She always has that kind of surprise that would increase her heart beating rate, because she will get us freaked out because of the whatever experiments she might be trying out. If you want to maximize your chances of getting out of here alive, save the best for last. It gives audiences something to look forward to. Sounds good to you? Makes sense to me. Good. That's all for today. I'll see you later. Night, Gyepi. Good night, too. Good night, cat. And thanks for help till now, cat. I realized I'd probably be screwed without you. Yeah, as during last playthroughs, we were like... She always mentioned it. You would have to do this and that in order to not get killed. But I was like not treating it as I would have to poorly do what she said because I had the choices. So I thought, well, I have the choices. Maybe there will be some different outcome. No, all of the times I got killed and the game got to reset. So no, that's not it. We have just to follow what she states. But like once the reset happened, she stated again, you have to do this and that if you don't want to get killed. And then I had to pick the choices, but whoopsie, the choices from before disappeared, so we do not even have the choices any longer. So I hope we won't get killed here. Goodness. And thanks for the help till now, cat. I realized I'd probably be screwed without you. Don't thank me yet. You have to take a look at your fashionable tombstone before. Guess I'll call it a night. I walked back to my room. Time to get some shut-eye. Good night, though. So, what's this supposed to do? It's only a prototype, but technical details aside, you can think of it as a memory writer. So it writes memories? Pretty much, think of it like a surgeon's scalpel. Oh no. This is a dream, by the way. The dreams are pretty odd. They seem like to explain slightly what's actually going on in here, because we got like amnesia, have no memories of whatever happened before getting onto that dating show. We barely remembered our names, so everything is like odd. We don't even know what the outside world is like. Is it Danganronpa? With it, you could make someone forget things as big as who they are, or something as small as a specific conversation. So if you use this on someone, anything's fair game. You could erase anything you wanted. Exactly! Nice. Well, maybe it's not really a scalpel since it comes with a reset button. But like, so far I saw like in one of those dreams who was supposed to be our friend from school. And then again I saw also Tara, the gamer girl, and now Scarlett, so I thought it would explain the main core of what was happening that was linked to a single girl. And now I wonder if it is based on the choices, or like if all of the girls are involved in whatever is going on. Oh my god. Okay, it's sad though. This was supposed to help people after the war. I was supposed to help people after the war. I'm sorry, Scarlett. Don't worry about it, I may not be able to help them, but it doesn't mean I can help you and your partner escape from this madness. Thank you, really. Thank you so much. I know you're taking an incredible risk for us, that honestly most people would never. Don't mention it, Gyepi, it's what I do. If they manage to trace it back to me, then I'll accept whatever comes. So she will accept dying. because of her actions. Even if she's not dating us? What kind of girl will do that? A crazy one. It'd be the first time I helped somebody in quite some time. Scarlet. The boat is just past the woods, behind the rocking cliff near the beach. It won't be there forever, so act quickly. It'd be suicide to go for it during the day, so I recommend heading there near midnight. Thank you, Scarlet. You sure you don't want to come with us? Someone has to stay here to help the people that fall in the spider's web. You don't have to be so noble. I invite her, you know, to get to leave this place with you. Oh no. But someone needs to stay here to do what's right. What a painful dream. My emotions are all over the place now. I feel guilty, but also intrigued. By the way, this is the girl from school. This is the crazy scientist, smart one. This is a gamer girl. This is an athletic tomboy, very lively. And this is a rich girl, very composed and like picky, but she has a very big passion for baking, so she's cool as well. They all are cool in their own ways, very nice choice. Like, we can pick whatever suits us the best. They're all nice. Also the designs as well, pretty different and cool. I'm finally here. I had some issues signing into Twitch. Hello Rin, thank you for being here. I'm glad you managed to sign in. We're continuing Friend Love or Die trying. So far, we just made a bit of talk with Tara. And I picked the choice of not being that much satisfied with the date, even though it went well. And we just had a dream, a nightmare-like dream regarding Scarlet helping me and my date escape from the place. It pained me quite a lot. The girls and I kicked off our morning by testing out Tara's game together. It was multiplayer now, so we all could play together in the same world. Oh, and Tara just developed a Stardew Valley, but like with mecha. This came with its own fair share of consequences. I said cover me, or you have to finish making dinner yourself. I'm trying, there's just too many mutant vegetables attacking. Yui, I need you to cover me. Where are you? I'm sorry, it's the mayor's birthday and I can't decide which berry to give you. It can wait. But then I won't get bonus points. Come to think of it, I think we're running low on tomatoes and carrots. Do you need any, Violet? We have enough to survive the winter, but more supplies are always welcome. I'm on it. Well, the game's definitely gotten more exciting. I wanted for them to test their relationships, but maybe that'll have to wait a bit. I guess we'll see next time. Yeah, next time. I can't wait. We'll spend the rest of the morning playing Tara's game. Morning, Gyepi. Let's kick off phase 3. Oh, that even rhymes. Are we having a freestyle battle here? Hopefully we can wrap this up quickly and you'll be back to your old life soon. I better be. As nice as this island is, it's a gilded cage. Goodness, I just remembered. I wanted to go to give some sausages to the stray cats. Like, not mention that I had to do it instead of the stream, but like, there was a very odd experience for me. Like, it was like, you might think I'm bonkers, but I swear I'm not. Like, there's a circle, like a group, a gang of stray cats next to Lidl at my area, right? And there's also a cat that always keeps them company even during night, that actually owns a home that is next to Lidl, so he is... There I am. Before I stated he instead of she, and now I'm stating she instead of he. What's going on? I say hey. So like, that cat kept company to the stray cats all the time, and also, yeah, there's a lady that always gives them food during evening, like meals, because they do not have any help coming like from the official help, because they do not get recognized yet as a colony. I hope this is the right term for this sort of thing in English as well. I am not sure. If I stated something wrong or bad, just tell me please, because I'm not sure with the terms I'm using here. And like, as they were not recognized officially, there's that lady that basically volunteers to give them food, and that cat that keeps them company also does eat there. So he both eats at home and over there. And what I was trying to state, they will lead you astray. Yeah. So what I was trying to state, like, there is a newbie cat there. Like, the one odd thing is also, I used to have a cat, right? He was my baby, and also my grandpa, and my father, and my brother. I loved him so much, but he passed away after 15 years, yeah, of being with me. It was horrible to overcome, but after 3 years, I think I'm more or less like not accepting it. I will never feel like accepted, but like cry less over it, because he was truly unique. But the odd thing, I never saw a cat with such a pattern as he had. He was a stray, but by the way, he got picked up by some friend of my family and got taken to me when I was a kid. I never saw a cat with such a pattern as my cat did have. So I thought it was just a thing of him to have, like a particularity of his own. I never saw it be at home of anyone or like outside as a stray. But here at the town where I moved, it's full of cats with such a pattern, so like it already feels strange enough to me, but like I'm happy because of it. At first it felt like some sort of brainwash, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, what I was mentioning, the newbie among this circle of stray cats, like I had a very odd feeling once I looked at him or her. I actually did not check the jewels of theirs. Once I took a look, it reminded me fully of my late cat. Like, not even the pattern of the fur, because it's pretty much very similar but the opposite. My cat used to have mainly white color with black tail, and the pattern on his forehead, stuttering, on his forehead also of black color. And that cat is mainly black with a white tail, and the pattern on his forehead is like, I even compared the pictures, goodness, it almost begins at the same points of my cat. Like by few millimeters it's different, like it begins on the left side from the same point and on the right side, and even creates an exact same shape. It was very odd, but when I looked at this cat, it was not even because of the fur, because of the pattern or whatever. The overall shape of the body of its cat reminded me exactly of mine, and like I felt very connected to that cat. I wish I believed in reincarnation or whatnot, but I'm like pretty confused coming to all that kind of thought and talk, as well they are known. We have no like 100% confirmations coming to that. Hello Chainsaw, welcome. Hello. I was talking about a strange experience I had here yesterday. So that cat, basically, I felt very attracted to him, felt connected to them because they had the same shape of the body of my cat. And there's that. Good morning to you. But when that cat started moving, I know just cats are cats, they have their own habits, but believe me, my cat was very particular, and I think that can be relatable to any owner of the pet that comes to know their pet. They will just come to realize what kind of behavior is particular coming to their own pet, what does their pet solely do, what other pets of that sort may not do, and what not. And when that cat started to move, his movements, even the walk, the way they played with the butterflies, the sounds they made, the ways they jumped, the kind of sus running away when they were like about to do something sus, all of those moments were the same as my cat. So it felt so weird, and I felt such a connection. Of course the cat is scared of me being stray, so that is also the reason I wanted to take some sausages over. Like, I also came to know that here, it is legal to take a stray cat home just like that. But I of course won't do that if the cat won't feel okay with me. OMG, that sounds so cute, I know, right? So I won't take that cat with me if they are afraid of me or if they are connected to that circle of cats. So I want to check all of those things before, and if I can like keep up with a cat here. But like I'm very like determined to at least befriending that cat and then seeing how it goes. Like here it is legal to take a cat home and then just take him to the vet, get the vaccines, whatever, the checkups, and it will be just yours. I came to discover that once I wanted to help a kitty, a stray kitty that was having a slight physical issue. So I was wondering if someone could help him. Like it was not that serious, I don't know what it's called in English. But he had to like have his fur cleaned a bit. And on the phone the vet stated that they cannot help any stray cats because they are not stray dogs and stray cats are like strays while the dogs here are considered to be pets. Which to me is not that fair, but still, I sorta understand that it's more common to see stray cats than stray dogs, of course, that dogs do not breed just outside like that and bring all of their puppies all over the town, unlike the cats do. So I discovered there you can just bring it home and make it yours after getting it checked by the vet and whatnot. So today I'm gonna take the sausages over there to the circle of cats next to Lidl and hope for that cat to be there. Yeah, so that's for the story so far. And it just came to my mind, popped like this, that I wanted to bring over the sausages and I forgot. But I would have done it after the stream anyway. So, back to the game. As nice as this island is, it's a gilded cage. Heck yeah, hope you find the cat again. Thank you, I hope so as well. You'll be able to go back to your old life soon, that's a promise. Well, unless you make a mess out of your next 3 dates, I can help you there. But assuming you do, you get to live here with one of the 3 girls you're dating now. But first, it's time to pick which of them you'll be going on a 3rd date with today. Who's it gonna be? Scarlett. Okay, Scarlett. Okay, and same surprise there, you're 2 birds of a feather. Here's to hoping you both have a day you'll both remember for a change. I wonder what kind of surprises is Scarlett holding for us today. It's fine when you're not an amnesiac. Huh? I found Scarlett in the same place I met her. She was engrossed in a book with a pile of books next to her. They looked worn, as if they were being read over and over through the years. Hey there, Scarlett, what you reading? Hi, Gyepi, just an old fairy tale. Really, I'm surprised you'd read something that would throw science out the window. I'm a woman of varieties. I quite like these stories, especially this one. I like fairy tales as well, to be honest. I like keeping some child-related books with the fairy tales and whatnot. I just keep liking them, even though I'm a grown-up foxy now. Even though you'll see me as a small, I am biggie. Which one are you reading? It's called The Princess of Avaranda. Really, it's silly, I hope you'd be interested in... Try me. I smiled at her, she smiled back at me in kind. Okay, I don't see why not. Oui. There's a young girl, Nera, who was the princess of the kingdom of Avaranda, which was far, far away from civilization. Gonna take the screenshot as per usual of the computer graphics here. Unlike other princesses before her, she had no time for politicking or parties. She spent all her time building all sorts of gadgets for her family and her friends. Like a robot dog that would eat the vegetables they didn't want to eat. Oh, I gotta try my hand at this sometime. Scarlett giggled like a child. Nora has a blissfully happy childhood. She even falls in love with a commoner named Aloria. Though her kingdom would never approve of their relationship, Nera and Aloria never failed to see each other in secret, every night by the crooked trees in the western forests. But those days don't last. One day her mother, the queen, is taken by a witch, never to be seen again, and Nera is forced to become queen at the age of 16. In her mother's absence, Nera does her best to lead the kingdom, and for years, it prospers. She's like no other leader they've had before, but secretly she wants to live. As queen, she has no more time for the things, or people, that she loved with all her heart. She cries every night alone. But she knows she can't, too much responsibility falls on her. Then, one day, Nera is cursed by the same witch that took her mother, and forgets everything. Her name, her family, her kingdom, everything except for Aloria, and the desire to live. Is she like trying to make us understand something here? And so she leaves, and no one in the village ever sees her again. I won't bore you with the rest of the story, but thanks for listening till now. Oh, come on, believe me, Scarlet, I want to hear this to the end. Especially because you like it so much. I looked deep in her eyes, and I could tell just how much she loved this story. Well, there's really not much left, but... Well, Nera and Aloria live a wonderful life in a neighboring kingdom for many years. But one day she remembers everything, and rushes home worrying for her people. When she gets there, she sees her people have been ruled by the very same witch who took her memory, and that her people no longer prosper the way they did under her rule. In anger, Nera confronts the witch on the border of Avaranda. The witch takes off her cowl, revealing herself to be Nera's mother, the Lost Queen. Nera's mother gives her an ultimatum. She can return to ruling the kingdom, but she can never leave again. Or she can leave now and never come back. And that's where the story ends. You never get to know what choice Nera makes. Oh, I wanted to know it. So this like, we won't know what choice I take until I take that? Huh? That's quite the cliffhanger. I want to know what happens next. Believe me too. I'm curious, what would you do in Nera's shoes? I'd stay in the kingdom. I'd leave the kingdom. Living with my significant other. I think I'd leave and never come back. Interesting, why is that? There's no point living without love. On point. Even if it was better for the kingdom for Nera to stay, it would guarantee her love could never be realized. And that's just too sad. I think the same way. I've loved this story ever since I lost my memories. I'm sure I don't have a kingdom or anything, but sometimes you wonder, you know. Yeah, I get the same feeling too. That's just life, you know, you just have to keep moving forward. Yeah, you're right. I'm really happy that you're the one I get to move forward with, Gyepi. Me too, Scarlet, there's no one else I'd rather be with right here. Right now. And speaking of right now, there's somewhere I want to bring you. Where's that? I'll give you a hint, I've been thinking about this place. Ever since you mentioned that you loved fairy tales. The forest? Oh no, the restaurant. Oh my gosh, there's turtles down here. Turtles? She was practically dancing around the room, taking in all the sights. It was impossible not to smile. I figured the Ocean Palace just might be your thing. Scarlet practically jumped onto me and squeezed the life out of me in a deathly bear hug. This is wonderful, Gyepi. Thank you so much. You've made everything so special in ways I honestly couldn't believe, but you did it. And this is just the beginning, Scarlet. We're in this together. I held Scarlet and kissed her on the lips. It was like an explosion of passion had set me on fire, and she kissed me back and wrapped her arms around me. Always. We spent the rest of the night enjoying a lovely dinner in a place straight out of a fairy tale, with nothing but love in our hearts, and laughter and smiles on our faces. I can't wait to leave this island with you, Gyepi. I've never been this excited, this happy since... ever! You make me feel like I'm living in a fairy tale. You know, I've got an idea of how we could spend tonight if you're interested. And what's that? I'll show you why fairy tales were written by adults. Oh my. And just like that, that's my last date with Scarlet. Time sure goes by quickly. I thought I'd find you here. Why is that? You tend to come out here when you're lost in thought is all. You're thinking about how the show's almost over, am I right? How'd you know? Lucky guess. Well, how'd you know? Our life is at stake here, show's about to end, we're about to know if we're gonna die. Hello! Well, it's not over yet, so don't let up just yet. Story was drinking. Speaking of which, how was your date with Scarlet today? It was awesome. It was the best. My connection with Scarlet's one of a kind, and there's no one I'd rather have beside me than her. beside me than her. Being married to her would be like a dream come true. Well, aren't you a romantic, Gyepi? But I'm happy to hear that if it's you two, I'm sure that whatever you two face out there, you'll be fine as long as you stick together. I wonder what is on the outside world, and if she stops turning people into zombies. Yeah, that's a conversation we have to have. Don't forget that in the prenup. Anyway, I'd ask you if you're thinking of choosing her at the end, but I'd rather wait and see how it plays out. You're going to stay out here for long? Nah, I'll probably be going back inside soon. I'll keep you company till then. I figure you might want to have a conversation with someone that won't get you killed if it's not TV worthy. Thanks, Cat. Don't mention it. You know, I'm curious, Cat. What's up? Let's say I knew I was screwed. That there was no way of me getting out of here alive. That the only way left for me to survive was just to run. Would you let me escape? Of course, Gyepi. Thanks, Cat, that means a lot. It's no big deal. We stayed out for a little longer before we called it a night. I'm lucky I have someone I can trust on my side. Can we talk? I woke up with Scarlet in my arms. Goodness, I'm now making up outcomes in my mind and it already pains me as per usual. Like I imagine some ending where we get to escape and Cat helps us, but she of course gets caught and we just see Cat being... Goodness. Getting that end we got before. Woo. After talking with Cat last night, I asked Scarlet to join me for one more midnight walk. We ended up talking for hours. Morning, Scarlet. Oh, you're awake. Hi there, Gyepi. She was clearly half asleep. I want to invent something that puts this moment into a bottle, forever. Then I'd repurpose a factory, mass produce it. Love you. She dozed off as she embraced me in her arms and held me tight. We must have stayed there together for over an hour, but I wish it didn't pass by so fast. I'm so happy, you know. Why is that? No matter how this show ends, we won't be alone. What more could I ask for? I was terrified before, but now I know everything will be alright. Couldn't say it better myself, Scarlet. Anyway, Cat wants you to go on a date with someone else by now, right? Yeah, sorry about that. Don't worry about it. I've got an invention to deal with them later. Sorry. What was that? Oh, nothing. See you later, Gyepi. Yeah, bye. Scary. Morning, Gyepi. You'll be happy to know your third date with Scarlet yesterday was pretty well received. Not the highest rated we've had so far, but enough to give us more room to keep going. Sounds good enough to me. For your next date, make sure you pick someone who you think the audience will respond well to. Though at this point, I think you're in a pretty good spot either way. Without further ado, which soulmate candidate is going to be? Ellie. To be honest, I'm not sure if your dates with Ellie are really dates or more of just trying different kinds of transportation. But hey, whatever floats your boat. Let's get those cameras rolling. I found Ellie by the beach, or more accurately, she came running to me. You're not gonna believe this, Gyepi. What's that? Alright, who took my keys? You've got 10 seconds before I take it out, of course, paycheck. Oh, come on. We'll walk and tell, come on. Well, let's walk, maybe more like run like hell. 4 is not getting to be happy when he finds out that whatever, come on, let's go. She grabbed my hand and pulled me with her into the forest clearing nearby. What's going on? You're not gonna believe what I just found. What's that? Well, I was wondering how to top the 2 previous dates when I stumbled upon... wait a minute, it's better if I surprise you. I'm gonna have to close my eyes again, right? I love how fast you learn things, Gyepi. She was singing as she covered my eyes with one hand and pulled me along with the other. She pulled me along step by step. I can say I wasn't enjoying it. Is this a staircase? It feels like metal beneath me. In the middle of a forest. Just a bit more now. Alright. You can open your eyes now. How on earth? We're inside a small plane, the very same one I'd been really awakened in my first day here. How did you even? It was just sitting in the forest. So I thought, why not, right? I have so many questions. Wait a minute, are you planning on... Without even bothering to answer me, Ali rushed to the cockpit. Oh crap, here's to hoping that this goes better than the rollerblades. Huh? I wonder what this big red button does? Oh god, get me out of here. I ran for the door, but it was already shut tight. And away we go! The engine of the plane roared as we took off. I slammed into the side of the door. Oof. Come on, be honest, you are thinking the same thing. You put a big juicy red button there, completely unattended, and you expect a good citizen like me to not press it? You're bonkers. You've got a point, but do you have any idea how to fly this thing? Wait a minute, if you're talking to me here, then who's flying the plane? Oh my, technically nobody, but... Crash. The right wing of the plane smashed into a tree. We hit it hard enough for it to be slightly deformed. Oof! I slammed into the wall yet again. Well, we didn't need that wing anyway, we still have the other one. Exactly like kidneys. Forgot killer dating death shows, forget Damien and Kat. Ali was going to be the death of me. I tried to run to the cockpit, but it was all I could do to stay upright as the plane teetered back and forth. I'm just kidding, I've got this. Ali ran to the cockpit without breaking a sweat. Meanwhile, I did my best impression of a ball in a pinball machine. Alright, I got this. The plane seemed to stabilize in a matter of seconds. Oh, thank God, I really thought we were gonna... crash. Oops! Once again, the right wing of the plane smashed into a tree. Somehow it was bent back into its original shape. Not so bad, if I do say so myself. Alright, that was dumb luck, and you know it. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, we started gaining altitude, slowly at first, then faster and faster, higher and far higher. Before long, we were soaring high above the trees. Ali yelled out in triumph. Whoa! I jumped and yelled out with glee. It's a pretty great feeling, huh? No dying in a furry plane crash? Flying free without it, what's the point of living? You're talking about freedom or flying? Ah, why not both? Let's say there's another reason I flew us up here. What's that, Ali? This is the only place I could find on the island that wasn't bugged. No one can eavesdrop on us here. And sorry for the turbulence, but without it, they might have heard me disable these bugs in here. Believe me, I looked for a safe place as hard as I could, that's why I got the rollerblades and the boat earlier. To find a safe place to talk, as fast as possible. I'm guessing you know what the show's really about then? Unfortunately, yeah. What a bummer, am I right? Unfortunately, I don't think you do. And I can't risk telling you everything later. What? Why? Believe me, you're better off not knowing. What? Ali, what are you hiding? Who are you really? Look, we don't have too much time before we'll have to land. This thing's already almost out of fuel. Sure enough, we had already started descending. Please, just trust me. I'm on your side, Gyepi. I know there's so many lies going around here, but I really want to help you get out of here. Though I have to admit, it wasn't on my to-do list at first. It's a good thing you're so cute. I'm kidding, jeez! Do you trust me? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, I don't know, yes? Let's speak yes for now. Of course I do, Ali. You know that. You won't regret it. Promise. So what can you tell me? There's no time. Long story short, there's something on this island I need to find that the people I work with need. It's life or death, not for just you or me, but for countless others. I came here to save you all, and I won't give up until I have. So at this point I've done all I can. It's in his hands now. Whose? No time to talk. We're almost back in range of the island's recording network. No matter what, don't tell anybody what happened here. Not even a little bit, not even if you think you can trust them. Are we clear? Crystal. The plane flew lower and lower. Alright, we're about to be back in the recording zone. What else? What else? Ah, don't do anything I wouldn't do. That really doesn't limit it much. I guess not. That's true. After we landed, Kat scolded us for taking the plane. Kat and Ellie seemed to exchange more than a few uneasy glances as we got off the plane. But luckily nothing came out of it. Next, the production staff separated Ellie and I. It looks like Kat had arranged something special for the two of us. All I was told was that I wasn't allowed to see Ellie until evening. Apparently that's the nicest time to film. Till then, the production team helped me to look the part of a romantic novel protagonist. I was dressed to the nines. I must have sat through a few hundred photo shoots and interviews before they told me it was time to see her. But it was worth it. Wow, even for this island, this place is fancy with a capital F. Tell me about it, man. I broke one plate here and I have to pay it off for the rest of my life. I mean, welcome to the Ocean Palace. Allow me to show you to your seat. He gestured at me to follow him. We'd only taken a few steps when I saw her, and when I did, I couldn't help but crack up. You know, I kind of expected you to be dressed up too, given all the poop the crew put me through. What's the point? It just get ruined. How would it get ruined? Oh, you'll see. Come on. She reached for my hand. I put mine in hers with a smile on my face. She pulled me along with her towards the door. Wow! We stumbled against the table, which knocked a plate onto the floor. It promptly shattered into a million pieces. In case you were watching Kat, that was true. I knew it should have just been an accountant. She laughed as she pulled me along with her to the outside. The night air had never tasted so fresh. Each breath for air as we ran along the road made my worries and fears just disappear. Eventually we ran all the way to the beach. Come on! She tightened her hand and pulled me along with her to the water. Wait, just She laughed like a maniac as she cannonballed us into the ocean. My first instinct was to swim back up to the surface, but then Ellie put her hands against my face and looked deep into my eyes. She smiled and kissed me passionately. It was as if time had stopped. A few moments later, we went back up to the surface. I figure you could use a fun distraction from everything that happened earlier. Was she doing this for me? I never know what to expect with you, you know? And you never will. It was a night to remember. After my date with Ellie, I waited around outside till the time I'd expect to see Kat, but she never showed up. I guess she already has enough footage for today. Might as well try to find her. No one's here. Looks like the snacks from before are gone too. Is she getting drunk? Not here either. Ah. Kat was at the table writing something down at a frantic pace with one hand against her head. Hey Kat, what's up? Oh, hey Gyepi, I didn't see you there. How are you doing? That depends on what you're ominously writing. You look just like someone who just realized that I was dead meat. Oh, this, don't worry about it. Somebody's dead meat, but it's not you. Yay. I'm just kidding, I'm just fixing up some of the balance sheets Stu was working on. Being an accountant was really never in the cards for them, despite what they say. Sit down, I'll be stuck here a while anyway. Sure, sounds good. I sat next to a cat at the table. So how's today's date with Ellie go? It was alright. It was alright, not the way I wanted it to go. I'm sorry to hear that I went pry. Who knew that 3 dates wasn't enough to see if someone really is your soulmate anyway? You've done great till now. I don't know if what you said to each of the girls really is true, but don't stop now. You just have to get through one more day and you'll be able to finally leave this place. And you'll tell me what my old life was like? Of course. I mean, if I didn't, where would you even go? Fair point. You look like you've got something on your mind. I'm just thinking about tomorrow. You've been getting the best ratings I'd ever seen. I just hope it's enough. The rating requirements for the last date and the last day are the highest. I'm sure it's going to be fine, don't worry. I've made it this far, nothing's going to stop me from making it to the end. I hope so, for your sake, Gyepi. So, when I'm out of here, what are you going to do? Are you going to move on the next killer dating show? I didn't know you were my career coach. You want to know my 5-year plan too? I get the feeling that 5 years from now you'd rather not be here. There is no plan. I'm just taking it one day at a time. That's really all anyone can do in the crazy world. Anyway, I gotta get back to work. Good luck, Gyepi. You'll need it. Thanks, Kat. I'll see you later. Night. Tomorrow's going to be the last date. I'll need all the rest I can get. Guess I'll call it a night. The performance is coming to a close. The actors and actresses come out, one by one, ready to take their bows. I would clap, but I'm waiting for you. And only you. Huh? Wow, this isn't the worst place I thought I could wake up yesterday. I'll take that as a compliment. She laughed and pinched my cheek. Oh, it's been a blast, Gyepi. I have some more cruising around to do, and I think you've got another date on your plate today. Yeah, that's just how the show goes, sir. She was gone before I even had a chance to finish. That woman is a force of nature. You're running out of time, Kit Kat. It's going to be fine, just watch. Good morning, Cat. Morning, Gyepi. How'd you sleep? Pretty well, thanks. You bet you did. That bed is worth more than your life. Ah, that reminds me, why can't the staff have the same kind of bed that Gyepi has? You look like I'm made of money. You literally own this island. If I give the staff beds, the next thing they'd ask for is minimum wage. No thanks. He walked away. So how about that 5-year plan, huh? Maybe the brothers were onto something with this wall accounting thing. Anyway, it's time for your last date with your last summit candidate, Tara. By the way, cinnamon buns, I did not state it before, but if it wasn't clear so far, I'm gonna reach the ending and end the stream here, because mainly I wanted to see what ending we managed to get this time, as I'm doing my best to not get at the bad ending again. If there is a good one, that is. Alright, okay. You ready? It's time to make our break. I'm ready as I'll ever be, Cat. Then, without further ado, lights, camera, don't get yourself killed. I found Tara sleeping on the sofa in the games room. She looked so peaceful. Maybe I'll come back later. Zombies everywhere! Ah! She bolted up suddenly. Crazy dream? No kidding, I dreamed that we all got turned into zombies. Likely there's no way that could ever happen. Of course, you're right. Did you go to bed late? Hell yeah, I spent all night working on the game, and I finished it too. Care to join me in testing it out? I added some new features I'd like you to try. Sure, I'd love to. It looked like the same game I had played before. What am I looking for? You'll see. I started up the game. Moments later, I saw Tara's avatar run up to me. You've made it just in time, the new event is about to start. What's the new event? As if on cue, giant robotic pigeons flew from the sky and started to attack our avatars. Ah! Run for my life, fight the pigeons, let's fight. I ran towards the pigeons, preparing for the fight of a lifetime. Don't worry, I gotcha. Tara pulled out a giant can of pigeon repellent and started blasting away. Oh goodness, now I'm wondering if the pigeons are some other people from the show. Oh no. Well, I think someone's bugged, it's not working at all. Guess I gotta fix that, hehehe. While Tara was laughing at her own mistake, I was being lifted into the sky by the pigeons. Oh, I think I'm screwed. Where are the pigeons taking me? I tried to move my avatar, but there was no way to resist the death grip of the robo-pigeon. Don't worry, they're about to fly in the territory of the maple syrup dragon. The what? Uh-oh. The screen lit up with a blast of flying maple syrup. I never thought I'd ever say something like that, but here we are. The maple syrup slammed onto the pigeons, and first of all stuck their wings together. As a consequence, they started to fall to the ground at breakneck speed. Ah! Save me, I haven't saved yet! I knew I forgot something, I forgot to add the ability to save. I have to write that down. As Sarah took notes, I rapidly fell to my doom. I'm happy for you, but if you could just for a minute. My avatar smacked into the ground pigeon first and instantly died on impact. Oh man, I have so much stuff. Is there at least a respawn mechanic? I've never died before in this game. Of course! Just hit the retry button. I pressed the button and watched the world around me reset to the village, sans the giant beasts of death. Except now, the village seemed 10 times bigger than before. Wait, when did the village get so big? And then it dawned on me. Wait, it's not the village that got big. I got small! I took a more careful look at my avatar. I was a pigeon again. No! I sighed deeply. At the same time, Tara was jiggling like a child. We spent a few more hours testing out the rest of the game's new features. Thankfully there were no more pigeon Easter eggs. There's one last thing I want to test out, if that's okay. Will it end with me getting turned into a pigeon? No! Just come with me. I followed her avatar to the cabin we shared in the woods. When we got there, she turned around, walked up to me, and held out an item I'd never seen before. She walked up to me and gave me an item-colored ring of "You're pretty cool." Goodness, is this a proposal? I'm gonna refuse here. I want Scarlet. What the hell? What's this? Let me try to explain. I came to this show with no idea what it was about. Personally, I thought it was stupid at first, but hanging out with you has been so much fun. I've never really got to work on my hobbies with anybody till I met you. Honestly, I've never had someone to share all my crazy poop with, but you're different. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, you're pretty cool and I hope we can keep doing this even after the show is over. I love you. I love to sounds like a plan. So I cannot even refuse. Sounds like a plan. Okay. Sounds like a plan, Tara. I got to say, you caught me off guard with this. Why is that? You giving this ring to me, it could be a little misleading. You're not making any sense. We laughed together, then walked back to the mansion with a spring in our step. We played the day away, without a care in the world. Well, that's enough gaming for today. You up for a movie date? Sure, what do you want to watch? How about... Wow! And then I saw something I'd never seen before and would never see again. No, the bad ending? The sky outside rapidly turned from orange to black as if it were water being drowned in the darkest ink. Then the bright sun in the sky went out like a candle in the wind. Wow, what's going on? She held my hand tight. I could feel that she was scared. I didn't have a chance to respond before I heard a rush of footsteps coming towards us in the dark. Something isn't right. Oh no. We're surrounded. A familiar voice cut through the short silence of me holding my breath. I'm sorry, Gyepi, you just didn't make the cut. We've got to get out here. Just make it quick, please. Gyepi, I'm scared. What's happening? I clasped her hand as tight as I could. We need to get out of here. Come on. I didn't even make 3 steps before I was tackled down, cuffed behind my back. Gyepi, hold on, I yelled at her to run, but she came back to try to help me. Tara, you've got to get out of here, She screamed. They must have got her. It was no use. Even though she was right in front of me, I was powerless to get even an inch closer. They tackled her down in an instant. I heard the clink of the cuffs as they dragged her away. I struggled with everything I had to get up, to save her, to run, for what felt like an eternity. Then nothing. She's proposing. Yeah, I thought so. So this is the same outcome from before, and I want to try picking different choices. In a few, morning Gyepi was going on cut, get me out of here. I'm afraid I can do that, and honestly I'm getting tired of explaining why. Let's just speed this along, shall we? Your curtain closes, you're taking your bow, and when you lift your head, I can see you clearly for the first time. It's you. The one I've been waiting all this time to see. The one who made me dream of a life together far from this island. You've been right by me all this time. Tomorrow's the day, Gyepi. You nervous? Oh my. Wait. It's not the same. It did not completely reset. Wouldn't be. You've got a point. She reached for my hand and held it tightly. You okay? You sure we should be doing this? I don't want you to be punished just because I want to get out of here. Ah? Hey, Cat. We've always been a team, you and me. No matter what, we're in this together. Thanks, Gyepi. How did things come to this? The escape failed. I've been surrounded, beaten, shot, betrayed. The love of my life. She shot me. I'm bleeding out rapidly. I try my best to slow the bleeding, but it's no use. What did you do to her? I choke out every last word. I didn't do anything. You are too busy making heart eyes at Cat here to see where her true loyalties lied. I'm sorry, Gyepi, but it's true. I don't understand. Why don't you tell him, dear? Damien is my father. I knew you were planning something the moment you came to this island. But you didn't trust me enough to tell me what exactly it was. So I became close to you and told you just what you wanted to hear. And then you told me everything I need to know. As soon as you told me your plan, there was no way you were ever going to escape from this island. Why are you saying this? Now that's my girl, you really are my daughter. Why? I love that look on your face, Gyepi. You know, you've got an expression that will be perfect for my next show. And it just so happens we've got an opening just for you. It's no use, I've lost too much blood. The world turned dark. Goodness, this is the end. Keep him alive. Gyepi, you might think I'm showing you mercy, but believe me, by the end of this, you're going to wish that they just let Cat kill you. Why? Why, Cat? Why would you? I barely have time to breathe before the waves pull me under once more. Where am I? I'm underwater. It's so dark and cold. I try to move, but I'm so tired it takes all my strength to reach my hand out forward. Feels like glass. I'm trapped in some kind of tank. I want to sleep for just Is someone there? I can feel somebody's presence. I open my eyes and I can see. Hang on, just a little longer, Gyepi. Who are you? The woman in front of me looked at me with pity. I hit the glass, say something. Hit the glass. It was little strength I have. You're awake! I'm so glad, but you're gonna wish you were asleep for this next bit, trust me, and... Sorry in advance. Huh? She moved towards some kind of terminal next to my tank and pressed a button. As if on cue, it was if every nerve in my body was set on fire. I screamed and thrashed around, but it did nothing to alleviate the pain. Oh, will you look at that? Looks like our little hero's got some life left in him. You know, Gyepi, you're in luck. Usually I'd kill you for this, but a new opportunity's just opened up, and I think you'd be the perfect fit. I'm sorry, Gyepi, but it's true. I don't understand. Why didn't you tell him, dear? Damien is my father. Always the hero, aren't you, Gyepi? I like this frame here. You should be more worried about yourself. You knew the rules. If you try to escape the island, you die. It didn't have to be like this, but you... I'm done talking. Goodbye, Gyepi. Hold on just a little longer, Gyepi. She looked away from me, as if she had heard something. What? I couldn't tell. They're almost here. We're running out of time. I'm sorry, Gyepi, I won't be able to give you back all your memories, but this will have to be enough. She pressed another button on the terminal. I've got to run back to my tank, although no, something's up. She pressed her hand against the glass. Hold on just a little longer, okay? I'll get us out of here. Where the other girls, I wonder? The pain, it stopped. The world turned dark. Huh? I've been here before. I'm Gyepi. I'm on some kind of dating show. Find lover that trying. Ali, she helping me. I've got to find her. You're up early. Most people around here usually need a little more to wake them up. Cat, I remember now. I tried to escape this island with her. She pretended to be my lover. She betrayed me and shot me too. She's the reason why I'm trapped here. So thanks to Ali, we now to know some of the stuff we forgot before. And we got many clues we have to keep secret. It's only fragments I can remember, but I remember enough to know that she's bad news. You've done this song and dance over and over, more times than I can count by now. I've been in love with and chosen Ali, Scarlet, Tara, Violet and Yui, each of them countless times. Am I a bad person? Come to think of it, I can't remember what happened before this show started either. I need to find Ali, but first, for the problem at hand. If I want to get out of here, I can let Kat know that I remember what's happened before. Sorry, who are you? I got to play dumb. Will she bite? Walk with me. There's a lot to get you up to speed on. The name's Kat, I'm the producer for a new show for Lover Died Trying. And what's your name? I don't remember. Can I skip through here? No. Look like it's the same beginning as usual. Learn about the killer dating show's rules. Meet the girls before the show starts. Yui, I don't remember meeting you before this show, but I'm glad I got to meet you again. It's impossible not to feel happier when I see your smile. You'd think that the staff would have learned to cook better by now. There's so much more to you than you show the world, Violet. Scarlet, you're still hiding that you're reading that magazine with another book. It brings a smile to my face every time. I think I know what happened to you now. You still have no idea what you got into, Terra, killer dating show or not. I love to see the way you see the world. And finally, Ali, you never give up on getting us out of here, even after all this time. Howdy, Gyepi. I hear you're the sweeter. Care to join me for a jog? There's a place in the forest I'd love to go for a run around with you. It'd be my pleasure. Went for a jog exchanging banter like we'd always done when we met each other. The second we got to the unrecorded area of the forest, her smile faded. I'm glad you got the hint, Gyepi. You haven't given yourself away to anyone yet, right? No, I haven't. As far as Kat knows, I don't remember anything as usual. I wonder too, as I did not pick where am I, if I did change some pattern over there and she understood. I don't know. I don't trust anything. I'm adopting everything so far. Sweet, I knew I was right to help you first. Really, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. I've got to ask, how did you escape the tank in the first place? Honestly, I got lucky. Usually the tank knocks me out right away, but at last time I think something must have bugged out. I saw my chance and took it. Anything's better than being stuck here forever. I'm sorry I couldn't get all your memories back. Don't worry about it, Ali. All I could ask for is a fighting chance. And you gave that to me. Don't mention it. I mean, duh, I'm heads down the MVP. Anyway, it's about time I tell you the truth, Gyepi. I'm from the Resistance. You can think of us as a covert group of concerned citizens who have a few bones to pick with the world's current management, and those bones are their necks. Joking aside, we are fighting a war here. That war will be won with information that lives on this island, and only here. There was no way that we could ever find this place, not by conventional means, but then we found out about the show, and so they sent you here. Actually, I volunteered. Believe me, the others didn't want me to, but I knew I had to. I was the one with the least to lose. Ellie. It was pretty easy getting in, all things considered. All I had to do was write a report that labeled me as suspicious of conspiring against the government, take a few cute selfies, and boom, I was flown here. Didn't go too great since then, though. But that was when I was a lone wolf. I got you now. And we'll get out of here together, sound good to you? Sounds like a plan. I haven't even told you the plan yet. But since you're so excited, let's get right to it. There's two things we need to do. One, we need to bring the other girls' memories back. We won't be able to get their trust or work with them till we do. And we'll need their help for part 2. And what's that? 2, we need to get the heck out of here. Sounds about right. Easier said than done, though. It's going to take a hell of a lot of setup and coordination. There's a small army of armed and trained staff tasked with keeping us here, not to mention us needing a way off the island. I figure it out as we go, but for now. How about you go on a date with Scarlet today? I can do that, but how does that relate to us getting out of here? I tell you, if I told you could be a better actor, believe me, you'll know why later. Anyway, let's head back to the mansion. We don't want cats to start looking for us. Sounds good to me. You're really something, you know. That's putting it lightly. Gyepi, there you are. Sorry I got carried away with exploring the island. I got to be careful around Kat. I know exactly what she's capable of firsthand. Is that so? Well, it's no harm, but you'll have a whole week to explore, you know. You'll get one date with each of the girls for the first 5 days, a little something special for day 6, and then the final ceremony where you propose to one of the girls. That sounds like the perfect amount of time to figure out if we're meant together. You'd be surprised. Anyway, let's get the show on the road. Who do you want to spend today's date with? Scarlet, there's just something about her, you know? I found Scarlet inside the library, the place I'd most often meet her for the first time. She always looked so happy when she was reading. I did the heart good to try to make her smile, in the same way when I talked with her. We became fast friends again. The similarity of our situations might have played a part in that. Still, I'm not sure why Ellie insisted in me going on a date with Scarlet today. Sure, getting her memories back will be a huge win, but... Hey Scarlet, Gyepi, I'm glad you're safe. Things are going crazy out there. What's happening? I know it sounds crazy, but there's a horde of zombies outside. The Brothers 5 and a lot of our behind-the-scenes help went crazy and... Scarlet, you did this, didn't you? Wait, what? I've been here the whole time with Gyepi. I couldn't have. I've never heard of anything like this. Wait, what? It's true, actually. Okay, she mentioned us not being a good actor, so let's just say the truth. It's true. I can vouch for her. We've both been here since our date started. Well, either way, I bet you can create a cure for it, no? I mean, I probably could, but I'd need my equipment. I'm not sure why, but I can't find it anywhere. Follow me, you can use our lab. We followed Kat to the games room. Kat put her hand against the wall of the games room, revealing a hidden trap door. She walked in and beckoned for us to follow. We walked down spiraling stairs for who knew how long. I lost track more than 5 times. I remember this place. You should have everything you need in this room to make a cure. Just don't go snooping around. This lab belongs to R&D, and we could all get in trouble if you do. Actually, this place doesn't have everything I need. What else do you need? To build a cure, I'm going to need a sample of whatever this is. I need a live specimen. I'm sure you can help with that, Gyepi. I've got some editing that needs my attention. You got this. And just like that, she was gone. If it makes you feel better, I'll help you catch somebody. You sure? If you're the only one who can make the cure, then it might be better for you to stay back. No, thanks. There's no way I'm letting you out there alone. I don't want you to think I'm weird, but I've just got this feeling that I'd be pretty good at collecting unwilling zombie specimens. That is weird, but in this case she's absolutely correct. Some memories must be intact, even if they're kept below the surface. Well, let's get on with this. We went back up to the surface. Everywhere we looked was overrun by zombies. We wouldn't stand a chance against a group, so we spent the day trying to split them up, as well as searching for long walls. Brains! Bananas! We're in luck, we finally got an isolated sample. How are we supposed to bring him in, though? One bite and we're finished. I've got just the thing. Scarlet pulled out a pair of brass knuckles. Where did you even get that? Is that really important right now? You mind looking for the other way around for a second? It's embarrassing. Sure, Scarlet. I turned it around. Brains! Bananas! I hope your health insurance covers this. Bam! Bleh! Once more with feeling. Are we the bad guys? We dragged him back to the mansion, paying careful attention to not run into any more of the zombies running amok. Scarlet opened the hidden trapdoor in the games room, and I pulled Force's unconscious body in. Oh fuck! My hand slipped, causing Force's body to tumble down the stairs. Bonk, bonk, bonk. He just kept going and going. I know, I'll get him. Better get him quick or we're not going to have a live specimen. Luckily, I managed to catch him pretty quickly. I put him on the operating table for Scarlet to analyze. Interesting. What's up, Scarlet? This virus is pretty clear it's man-made. Even more interesting is that it looks like something I would make. Not that I ever made zombies viruses, Gyepi. Yes, you have. It's kind of cute how you try to hide it. Kat, you there? Weird, I thought Kat was supposed to be able to hear us from anywhere on the island. Maybe there's no microphones all the way down here. I guess so. I was going to tell her we've got the cure now. Sweet, great work, Scarlet. You bet I did. We administered the cure to 4, then went back upstairs together. Kat, you there? What's up, Scarlet? I've been waiting hours for you guys. You two done yet? We've got the cure now. We need your people's help to help administer it. We'll be right on it. Lay low for now. We're coming to get you. In the meantime, Gyepi, how about you tell me about yourself? It'd be my pleasure. With Kat's help, we managed to quell the zombie plague, with just enough time left in the day for a lovely dinner with Scarlet. After that, I went for a night for a walk with Ali, to somewhere safe from prying eyes. You should buy a girl dinner first before you murder her in the woods, you know. I think I found a way to bring the others' memories back. You found their lab, didn't you? Pretty much. Sweet, I wasn't sure how to get back there after they shipped us out of there, so that's a huge win. So where is it? There's a secret trapdoor in the games room. You just have to press a hidden panel in the wall. Let's say it, how are we supposed to get in without being seen? There's cameras everywhere, and Scarlet and I were only allowed to enter because of the whole pandemic. Don't you worry about that, I've got an inside man. First gonna be helping us override a few cameras and microphones in the mansion without recordings. 4. That way we can get in and stay inside long enough to get their memories back without raising any sort of fuss. The brother that we killed today down the stairs? What's that look for? I'm surprised that he's still staying after today, to be honest. I wouldn't work with people who go down that easy. Was for always working with you? Nope, never till now, but we can't afford to refuse his help. I've had him prove he's trustworthy, don't worry. You can count on him. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, we have everything we need for the first part of the plan. Up for a trip down memory lane together? Sounds like a plan. You guys have to see this, trust me. Ali put her head against the secret panel. A second later, the wall parted to reveal... Oh, sorry. I'm yawning, sorry. Okay. A second later, the wall parted to reveal the winding staircase Thor became intimately and repeatedly familiar with. Did Ali prove Thor's trust before or after his little trip on the stairs? Wow, you guys found my secret spot already? I'm sorry, what? I found this place this morning. I sat near the top of the stairs and played for a while. It was more fun to play in the dark. Hold me back, Gyepi. Ali explained the situations we walked down the stairs. Sure enough, they were skeptical, except for Scarlet. Okay, your story makes a little more sense when you come down there. We walked towards the machines in a mixture of awe and fear. The markings on this machine, my father's company made this. Why? They didn't. Not my baby. I'm sorry, everyone. I wish what I had to say wasn't true, but it is. I don't know why we're being kept here, why they filmed the show over and over, but I know that if we don't escape and fast, they're going to kill us sooner or later. Gyepi and I are going to do our very best to make sure all of us get out of here alive. But to do that, I need you to trust me. Trust you with what? I need you to trust me enough to step back into the tanks they kept you in. For us to escape, we need all of us to have our memories back, otherwise you won't trust us enough. I'd have to be quite foolish to just step into this tank because someone said so. Violet, you can trust her. Excuse me? I know she's telling the truth about this machine, because I built this. Ellie. This isn't the first time we've met, is it? No, it isn't. We've gotten to know each other quite a few times by now. It's a strange feeling. On one hand, this is horrible. On the other, I'm glad that the machine works. Maybe one day we'll put it to use the way it should be. Alright, I trust you. We just walk back into the machine. Thank you, Violet. I know it'd be difficult to trust me, so I appreciate it. There's a machine that should have your name on it. Go on it, and then Gyepi and I will start the reversal process. I do hope this works. It should, but it might hurt a bit. Do spare me from the details, please. Scarlet and Violet walked to their respective machines. I don't really get it, but I trust you, Gyepi. And besides, I got a thing for big things made out of metal. They're like mecha. I guess. Is this going to hurt? I'm gonna say the truth. It is. I'm sorry, Yui. Don't be Gyepi. I'm happy you wouldn't lie to me. It makes me even more sure to trust you. Goody. Here we go, Yui. Let's do this. Alright, they're in their tanks. Let's do this, Gyepi. On it. Even if it was necessary for all of us, their screams from the reversal process were almost more than I could take. Ali and I covered our ears as well as Scarlet, Yui and Terra remembered years of memories in a matter of minutes. After doing all this, we better be getting out of here. Violet, Scarlet, Yui and Terra stepped out of their tanks after what must have felt like hours to them. Guys, you okay? This probably isn't the time to mention it, but I made a bet with Thor about what would happen when they got their memories back. What did you bet? I'm going to watch from a safer distance if you don't mind. If I could kill, the girls that had just gotten out of the tanks would have killed me several times over. They ran to me, yelling and screaming. You 5-timing little cheater! What I can explain, Too late, they were on my leg hyenas. Ah! now that we'll all calm down, how about we go over the escape plan? It better be good, Ali. For your sake, Gyepi. Out with it then. Alright, listen up. Over the next hour, Ali explained her plan from start to finish. Trust me, it's the best we got. If this is our plan, we're doomed. Congrats, Gyepi, you made it today too. You really gave our audience a run for their money yesterday with Scarlet. And that's before we got the zombies involved, believe it or not. I'm glad to hear that. You think you choose Scarlet at the end of this? Too early to say. I figure it's best to make things seem uncertain as possible and not get to focus it on any one girl. Kat said that getting low ratings during the show could end up with them shutting it down early. If that happened this time, then game over. The only reason why we're able to make these moves right now is because Ali's machine glitched out. Who knows if that would ever happen again? There's no room for error. Too early to say right now, but she's definitely up there, Kat. I like the sound of that. But you know what I like even more? Drama. And what better way to start that fire than a full day date with another woman, if it ain't Brooke. So who's it gonna be? Have you ever noticed that there's only one room in the mansion that's locked? Nope, not even a bit. Really, it's right by the games room and it's not the hidden one. I'm starting to understand why you've been stuck here all this time. I was snooping around at night, looking for snacks when I saw Kat open it. Using a black key that she kept on a key ring in her pocket is definitely a master key. I've seen her use the same key both in the mansion as well as on other buildings. Sounds like it'd be pretty good to get our hands on that. Exactly. If you get me that key, for even a minute I can make a mold of it that we can use as a duplicate key. I'm betting that will be pretty helpful for helping us get out of here, to put it lightly. That's awesome, but wouldn't Kat notice her master key going missing? You're absolutely right, especially if you or I try to take it. I'm feeling a bat coming, but it won't be you or I taking it. Tomorrow, ask to take Yui on a date. Let me go get Yui. By the end of tonight, you'll both understand why it has to be you two. I'd say sounds like a plan, but I have no idea what's going on. Okay, trust me, Gyepi, when have I ever been wrong? I could list every single date we'd been on as evidence. Those don't count. Yui, there's just something about her, you know. We'll make it happen. It was the first date since getting all of the girls' memories back. We went for a walk out in the woods, the same date we had when we truly had met her again for the first time. It was a little awkward at first, figuring out how to not give away what we knew on camera, but we figured it out pretty quick. It's so nice to see again, Gyepi. I feel the same way, Yui. After all this time, it's got to be fate, hasn't it? It must be. To be honest, I feel a little like things are going a little over my head. This show, meeting you again, everything, it's just moving so fast. Sometimes I feel like everything's just moving too fast for me to keep up. But with you, everything feels alright. Like I know it's going to be okay. Will it be okay if we just spend today this way? She leaned in closer and put her arms around me. I wouldn't have it any other way, Yui. Wait a minute, what about getting the master key? I can tell from your face what you're thinking about. Don't worry, I've got that covered. Bam Bam Bam! Bam 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 darted out of a nearby bush and ran to Yui's side. Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. She picked him up and hugged him tight. It was impossible not to smile. Almost forgot. Bam Bam Bam! Hand! Bam 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 leaped out of her arms, then dashed towards the mansion. And with that out of the way, how about we walk for a little longer? What just happened? She reached for my hand and held it tight. I'd like that. We walked and talked for hours. When we took breaks, we laid next to each other on the grass, talking about anything and everything. Yui's a lovely girl. At times I remember how dire the situation we were in and I couldn't help but freeze up. But with Yui, I'm never afraid to face those fears. She makes me braver with just a smile. Even when she couldn't ask directly about what was on my mind, she found ways to comfort me despite that. And in turn to make her smile made me feel lighter than air. A life with her would be wonderful. I've got to make sure to get us all out of here safe. Gyepi? Yeah? I love you, Gyepi. I hope we can spend another day together just like this soon. I can't wait for the day. I can't wait for the day, Yui. I'll be counting the days till then. We walked back to the mansion together, hand in hand, then went our separate ways. Gyepi, you would not believe what happened to me today. What happened, Cat? I got attacked by some kind of forest monster. It was at least 10 feet tall, had monstrous teeth, and there was at least 5 of them. It took everything I had to not laugh. Luckily, I managed to fight them off without any permanent injury. I made sure that for deleted the footage. That poop was both embarrassing and traumatic. That's good to know. This is the first run yet, man. What do you mean by that? Oh, nothing, I just had a long day. I'll bet. You should get some rest while you have the chance. 5 forest beasts is nothing to sniff at. You're making fun of me, aren't you? Not at all, Cat. Forest beasts affect on 1 in 10 people. It could happen to you. Right. I see you later, Gyepi. Good night, Gyepi. Why did I state good night, Gyepi? There's some typo, error, coding, whatever. Goodness, my brain so is not working. Okay. Mission success. I can't believe that worked. How did you train your pet bunny to do all that? It's all thanks to our special training last night. I may have made a few contracts with a few devils from the forest, but... I'm sorry, what? I'm half kidding, don't worry about it, just half kidding. Which half? Are the keys ready to use? Not yet, which sucks. It's going to take a little longer for the makeshift blaster to set. Where'd you get the blaster from, by the way? Believe me, knowing more about how we got it will not make you any happier as a person. I'm cool with not knowing. Anyway, the keys will probably be usable by tomorrow morning, but you'll have to have your next day by then. We'll test them out as soon as it's night tomorrow, sounds good? Sounds good to me. Awesome, let's go, team. How about you let the rest of the girls know, Gyepi? First disable the audio recordings in the house at night, so we should be good to talk back up there. I'll let them know. I walked back up the staircase back to mansion. Where are they? Ah, I can hear some sounds from the kitchen. I'll make my way over. Hey Violet, how are you? Goodness, apologies, Gyepi, I didn't see you there. You seemed pretty deep in thought. What's on your mind? Besides to say hundreds of different versions of memories of the same week? I'm worried for the people back home. Yui has her sisters to worry about, though she tries not to burden anyone with that feeling. Everyone has a family out there, and who knows what's happened to them in the last, well, however long we've been trapped here. I have never gotten along with my parents that well, but even so, they must be worried sick. I'm sure they're doing fine, Violet. And they're going to be so happy to see you again. You're right, Gyepi. Though there's no way you could know that for sure, could you? I guess so, but we've got to believe, right? I suppose you're right once again, Gyepi. When we finally escape this dreadful place, I'm going to hold them so tight, it's kind of funny. What is Violet? I told you I had a twin sister, right? Yeah, you did. Her name was Viola. That would be her. She was always my parents' favorite. You know the type, she came first in just about everything while I did not. Even so, we got along just fine. I was proud to call her my sister. Then there was the accident. She saw the car before I did. She moved to protect me before I could, and in the end, she was hit before I was and she died for it. Goodness. That's so heavy. I'm so sorry, Violet. Before then, I had no problem being second place to her. But for her sake, for just that one time, I wish I had come in first. Oh my. I'm oversharing, aren't I? I apologize. It's okay, Violet. Just say what you're feeling. You're kind, Gyepi. It's something I adore about you, you know? After Viola died, I did my very best to live up to the standards she set for my parents. You can probably guess how well that went. I wasn't as good at running the business or appearing prim and proper or even things like finding a partner. It's a little embarrassing, really. That's the whole reason why I came here. My parents saw an ad for the show and thought it might help me. Or perhaps they just wanted to kick me out of the house to make more room for my new baby brother. I couldn't resist the chance for them to support me for once. At times I feel like I can do anything right. Look at how this show has developed. This is a nightmare in every regard. Violet, yes? I held her in my arms tightly. You're an incredible woman, and believe me, there's nothing you can do. I've seen you put the fear of God into the brothers five and make delicious meals that some people would probably kill for. Even if this is a nightmare, it's one we're going to get out of together, and we wouldn't be able to do it without you. You are too kind. Thank you for the... I appreciate it, but enough about me. Have you remembered anything about why you came here? Unfortunately, I haven't, but I'm hoping that the master key we pilfered will help with that. I hope so for your sake. In the event where it does not provide any answers, my previous offer about finding you help outside of here to get your memories back stands. Thanks, Violet, I really appreciate that. It is the least I could do. I still fancy you quite a bit, you know. I know it's not the time or place, but maybe when we get out of here, perhaps you'll join me for, say, a lovely cruise around what's left of the world? I'm looking forward to that day, as am I. We talked for a few moments longer before retiring for the night. For once I lay in bed not worrying about being killed. For once I was excited for what tomorrow would bring. It's only up from here. Gyepi? Ali, what are you? Never mind that you've got to come down to the lab. What is it? We found something and I know you want to see it. She reached for my hand and pulled me as we ran. The other girls were already there, crowded around a table with a pile of folders on top of it. What's going on? I was just looking around the lab when I stumbled across this. There are files. I didn't read anyone's but my own, but I have to warn you. Caution was the last thing on all of our minds. Most of us scrambled to find our own file, except for Yui, who was already holding hers, and Ellie. Well, there's no file for me here. I double-checked, but there was nothing for me. Guess I'm not getting any answers today. Ellie slowly walked to the pile, found her own, then opened it in one fluid motion. Interesting, what is it? Ellie Major sent to the island for being suspected of committing treason against the government. Selected for the experimental show for fitting the sporty girl archetype. We need one of those. Ha! It's good to know this whole get-up was a good idea. Did you know I actually hacking high sports? I've never seen Ellie look so angry. Let's see, they got all the fake information I gave. That sounds about right. What is it? They've been taking extremely detailed notes of me for every single run of the show for the past 2 years. What I've done, things I've said, in private or with others, they've got notes down here to how and when I brush my teeth. How I react differently when they change the show, or tell me different things, or... We're nothing but lab rats to them. It's true and it's my fault. What do you mean? If I hadn't invented this machine in the first place, none of this would have ever happened. You couldn't have known, it's not your fault. It's not your fault, Scarlet. You really wanted to help people and that was a great thing. Whoever used your invention for this is to blame, not you. If you say so, Gyepi. My file says that they wiped my memories and put me on the show to make sure that no one else could build this technology. I can't even begin to understand how that could even be a reason for causing all of this. I'm not sure we'd even want to understand the people who run this place. The room fell silent. I wanted to crack a joke to ease the tension, but it was impossible. Thank goodness. Wait, what? I'm surprised to hear you say that you, all things considered. Sorry, I know that must have sounded... Sorry, guys. Mine's the same as Alice. They've tracked, measured, and commented so many things about us so many times it feels so violating. But it's not all bad. Did I ever tell you why I came on this show, Gyepi? No, what's that? I forgot I wasn't allowed to tell you. That was one of the conditions. To be completely transparent, the reason was money, and nothing but that. It was hard enough to take care of myself without my parents, let alone 2 sisters and a whole farm. I remember now, it was Kat who reached out to me. She told me that if I came onto the show, my sisters and the farm would be taken care of for life. I know this is so horrifying, but I'm just glad she held up her end on the deal. Even if I might die here and never see them again, that's still bracing to think, Yui. We're going to get out of here and see our sisters again. Together. Thanks, Gyepi, I'd like that. I'm curious, Yui, what kind of archetype did they list you as? The girl next door? Damn it, that sounds a lot better than gaming gremlin. Yui, Scarlet Alley, and I laughed. At times like these, having a mood lifter like Terra around was critical. I looked at Violet, who had been silent the whole time. She was trembling. Violet, are you... Please, God, don't let this be true. Violet fell to her knees and sobbed, with her hands against her face. I rushed to her side. Are you okay, Violet? Violet threw her folder against the floor, causing the papers inside to scatter to the room. Nothing is okay, Gyepi. It doesn't matter if I get off this island or not. I'm not like you. I have nothing to go back to, no one to stand by me. There's nothing for me either way. Violet, wait! She ran to the stairs, her sobs echoed through the staircase and through the lab. I moved to follow her, but you stopped me. I think she might need some time alone, Gyepi. I didn't mean to look, but after her papers scattered around the room, Maybe you should just read it. You handed me the papers that were in Violet's file. Violet Valentine is a special case. I guess her family does know about her being there and whatever is going on backstage. Otherwise unremarkable, but she's the daughter of Edgar and ᴄᴏ Valentine, one of our primary investors. It's my understanding that they have recently had a son and want for him to be their next heir after Viola passed. Edgar and ᴄᴏ sent the remaining daughter Violet to us, full well know what the show would entail. They've paid us an incredible sum to make sure that she does not return from the show. What the hecking hell? Even for me this is too cruel. It was too hard to keep reading. I closed the folder and just stared open-mouthed at Yui. There were no words. I knocked on Violet's door later that night, but it was no use. Please just leave me alone, Gyepi. I'm here if you want to talk. I'm gonna pick that one. Even if she opened the door, I would have no idea what I was supposed to say. What could anyone say? I was wrong. It's not only up from here. There's a long way down. It's hardly a surprise, but I didn't sleep well last night. Who could after what happened? And just like that, we're on to day 3. I gotta thank you, Gyepi. You're making my job easy. I actually get to spend my nights doing productive things now. I'm happy to help with that, however that works. You're right, you don't seem to have your usual energy. Careful, Gyepi, one slip up with Kat and this is all over. I'm good, thanks, Kat, I just didn't sleep too well. Happens to the best of us. Anyway, it goes without saying that Yui is definitely a contender for the final ceremony, Of course, we'll see. We'll see, I'm not so sure just yet. Oh really, that's a surprise. Well, not my problem. Anyway, who's today's unlucky girl? So, who should I be asking on a date tomorrow? Honestly, joking aside, I think you should ask Violet. Really? I don't think she's in any shape to put on a good show. I mean, we need all of us to be able to work together well to get out of here, right? I don't think Violet will be able to until she's feeling better. And what better way to do that than for a date to make you feel special? Tara does have a great point. I always make great points. Like seeing if I could arm wrestle one of the zombie Scarlet Maids, that went great. Oh, I remember that. What, I was the zombie? That was not a good idea at all. Can I take my vote back? What do you think, Gyepi? I like the idea. We could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm sure there's something that we could do to help us escape, that we could only do on a date with Violet. I've got it. Tomorrow you'll be going on a date with Violet. Here's what you gotta do. Violet. I've always wanted to spend more time with her and there's no time like the present. We'll make it happen. I do have one small request though. What's that? And will it give me ratings? I think it will. Then let's hear it. I've noticed Violet being a little down lately, so I wanted to cheer her up. I heard that she really likes cooking, especially in groups. Would you mind if we cook it with the staff at noon? I don't see why not. Let's hope it goes better than the last time. Oh, hi, Gyepi. Why'd you bring me here? I'm in a bit of predicament. You see, I may have made an irresponsible bet. I did not take you for a gambler. Well, I'm not, but the thing is, I heard the cooks bragging that they were the best chefs on the island. But hey, I've tried the food you've made before. I know nobody else could come close to how good you are, so I might have challenged them all to a competition in your name. You're ridiculous, Gyepi. Violet laughed out loud. Just a smile like so much. It was nice to see it again. Are you being serious? Dead serious. In a few hours, hundreds of staff are going to come here. Some of them as challenging cooks, some of them as judges, the rest of them looking for lunch. All of them hungry. Think you're up for the challenge? I'm ready to crush the opposition. They will rue the day they challenged me. That's the valet I like to see. Anyway, what is the theme of this contest? I can't tell you just yet, it will be announced when it's cooking time. I do like a challenge. Would you care to stay with me as I prepare for the festivities? Of course, Violet. Thank you, Gyepi. I know why we're doing this and I appreciate it. I'm not ready to talk about it just yet, but I feel happier already knowing you are looking out for me. I'm always going to be here for you. I'm glad to hear that. We spent the time before the contest just talking about pleasant things completely unrelated to the show, completely unrelated to anything of consequence. Sometimes when bad things happen, what you need most is just a semblance of normalcy. By the time noon rolled around, hundreds of staff members were filling up the kitchen. I don't want to face you, Valet, but I will if I must. Oh, you're challenging me? Like a snail challenging the mighty eagle. You have my respect. Ip, is it too late to change sides? You're going down, Violet. We're the Brothers 5, the best chefs on the island. What's that too? What I mean to say is, wow, you really are the best chef on the island. That's right. Damn it, bros, you can't let her intimidate you like this. If we do, she's already won. Say something for. We'll meet on the culinary battlefield, Violet. You may have my brother's rank for the hills, but not me and 5. Come at me. Let us brandish our forks against each other. 5, do you have anything to say? Wait, what's happening? I do hope you entertain me, brothers. Violet raised a pan towards them. Let us begin. It's time for the cook-off, to end all cook-offs. Each cook will cook their own version of a mystery dish. A dish that I will soon reveal for the first time ever. The judges will be everyone who is not a contestant. You must be joking. There's hundreds of people here. How could we ever feed everybody? That's not my problem, and I definitely didn't come up with rules for this tournament on the spot. Liar. Violet laughed once more. That was enough to keep this charade going. The mystery dish will be spaghetti and meatballs, like taking candy from a baby. Not this again. Oh god, I think I'm gonna faint. One collapsed on the ground, one down, 4 to go. Bro! I knew we should have been accountants. Why are we fooling ourselves? You each have 1 hour, knowledge submissions will be accepted. I'm, to be honest, pretty surprised how we did not get the bad ending here. And the game is getting pretty interesting. But I think I might have to cut it short before we get the actual ending. I'm sure about that. But the stream is getting a tad long for me to be able to bear it, because during the evening I'm gonna stream as well, during 7 PM Central European time as per usual. But we're gonna see how much I can last now. Knowledge submissions will be accepted. Let the games begin! The contestants that were still conscious rushed off to gather ingredients. How are they going to make that much food? I'm sure they figured something out. I watched each of them cook furiously at breakneck speed. Violet was hard at work, sweat streaming down her face, with the biggest smile I'd seen her have all day. I couldn't help but smile as well. At the same time, 4 was trying to cook his spaghetti with only a microwave. Microwave? Goodness! I'm not sure this will be too much of a contest. 1 minute left. Violet filled hundreds of laid-out bowls with spaghetti and meatballs in a matter of moments. If you blinked, you'd miss her finish a whole row. I understand. Thank you kindly. Each look at both delicious and artistic. You would have thought a cook would have spent much longer than an hour putting each of them together. 5 started to making about 4.5 bowls. I guess everyone has their own pace. Time's up. It's time to judge. The crowd cheered, and as they stamped to the laid-out bowls, they were practically salivating. After everybody wolfed down bowls from each of the contestants, they submitted their vote. The people have spoken, and with a resounding majority, out first ever winner of the best chef on the island in the middle of nowhere award is Violet. The crowd cheered, myself included. I did it! Me! I did it! Violet jumped up and down with joy. Also, she's so sweet. I felt like a kid in a candy store just from one look at her. You won fair and square. You should be proud of yourself. Yeah, your food was the best I'd ever had. Though, if you consider our living standards, that doesn't mean too much. I just had an idea. What if we get Violet to cook for the staff at lunch instead of us? Seriously, it's been years since we've had real food. What's that supposed to mean? Honestly, I think it's a great idea. I know I had it well, but I really have no idea what I'm doing in the kitchen. No way, bro. Violet and I took one look at each other and couldn't help but laugh. I would love to, you guys. The crowd's enthusiasm reached the level of uproarious applause. Violet, Violet, Violet. Oh goodness, you're all too kind. I put my arm around her and smiled. Guess you've got a new job now, Violet. I guess I do. Violet leaned in to kiss me on the lips. For a moment time stood still, and the only thing you could hear was the crowd's cheer getting even louder. Violet, Violet, Violet. We laughed together. I had so much fun today, Gyepi, thanks to you. Care to join me by the beach after we clean this place up? Okay. And I'm gonna end the stream here for this day. And we'll be back in the evening. Wait a second. Switching screen. Okay. I guess I'm gonna have lunch and then go feed the kitties. Yeah. I'm gonna see whom I can raid. Once again, not forgetting about the raid. Very nice. Okay. Alright, I see you next stream. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the hard work you're doing here, Rin. I very, very much appreciate it. Okay, let's see. Is there anyone I know that we could raid or... I see no small VTuber streaming, but I wanna raid VTuber Puppy, he's called. He's super cool at entertaining and keeping up with the chatting. So, yeah. Let's raid him. Cha-cha-cha, start the raid. I hope you enjoy his stream. I pretty much recommend him. Okay, and see you this evening. Bye bye!